Welcome back to the channel, guys, the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. It's another day, another unboxing, and this time we are doing
Henry motherfucking Hustle!
I've been excited for this prop since Spirit first premiered it. And when I saw him at Flagship, I wanted him so bad, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to get him. I was, however, able to get his daughter, Harriet Hustle. To know I have both pieces of this family kind of feels complete now. And if you remember anything from my Harriet Hustle video, you'll probably remember the love triangle. So her backstory is that her father, Henry Hustle, had a wife who left him for Rotten Ringmaster. We have a frickin' love triangle in the Spirit Halloween animatronic universe? Without any further ado, let's open up Daddy's Simp. And as usual, we'll look at his pieces, go through his pros and cons, and do a demo.
So one thing I really like about the Henry Hustle box, and also quite a bit of Spirit Halloween's boxes for 2021, are these plastic handles. Not only does it make the box easier to carry, but it also allows some sturdiness of the cardboard boxes our animatronics come in.
So as usual, we're gonna go ahead and go through this box, check out his pieces, and put them together. So first and foremost is Henry's head, which is a very thin plastic. You can kind of hear it crunching around there, with a piece of latex over it. Not like as good quality as, let's say, an SVI prop is. I do love the sculpt, and his look is just a very classic look. We have his left arm, we have his right arm, we have his shirt. I believe these are probably his secondary neck ruffle pieces when his head pops up. Speaking of heads, we have his second head. And this head, unlike the first, is a hard plastic. His eyes look insane. They look really, really good. I do wish that there was probably a little bit more wetness going on around his mouth. Altogether, it is a fantastic sculpt. We have his deck of cards, some kind of foam wrapped mech. I'm not really sure what that is, but it has some wires coming out of it. We have our boy's trousers, but I'm a little confused by these because it seems like the legs would go split down the middle, but for some reason it's a little cockeyed.
That's what she said!
We're gonna have to see what's going on with that. Some smaller pieces, looks like some rubber bands and some screws. We have his mech. It has a bungee cord on it for some reason, or like an elastic band on it. Very interesting. We have his shoes, which have this pretty cool spade print on there. I love that his shoes are different colors. These are very similar to SVI, a nice thick plastic. If you saw my Giggles unboxing, which you can see here, these shoes are much better than Giggles shoes. Firm, they're not flimsy at all. We have his hat. We have what I believe is his hip piece. We have some, this whole thing has a lot of pieces that I've never really seen in an animatronic before. It's a huge spring that is held onto this contraption, and there's zip ties everywhere. I'm not sure if we leave those zip ties intact. We have some metal piece here. Not sure what that is. More metal pieces. And we have his base, which is actually made out of wood. Very interesting. This is not something that you see on a regular basis when it comes to props. And finally, we have his instructions. If you've ever watched my channel, usually we take these, toss them out a window, burn them on a stove, shove it into a garbage disposal. This time, I believe we're gonna have to use these. This seems incredibly complicated. So let's go ahead and give these a look over, and then we will put this guy together.
So as you see, just like the ones that came with Harriet Hustle, these are fully colored instructions on a very thick piece of paper. Very happy to see that. We're gonna go ahead and put this guy together using these instructions. Then we will continue with a demo and give you the pros and cons of Henry Hustle.
So now we take this long spring and we kind of shove it in this tube, which seems easier than it actually is. God damn it, this fucking thing. This fucking thing, dude. Would it really have killed you guys to just give this to us already assembled, this one piece, so we don't have to shove a freaking dangerous metal razor sharp spring into a cheap, sleek plastic tube? And look what just happened. It's a pain in the ass. It's not, oh my goodness.
How do I even unwind that? What the hell happened here? What do I do with this? I'm making it worse. Oh, shit. Oh my God, I was so close. That looked wrong. And sounded wrong. Maybe I'll do this part off camera. I finally did it, I think. Warning, do it sitting down, it's much easier. This has been one of the most frustrating things I've ever done when it comes to an animatronic.
Time for a trick! Remember this card. It'll be the last thing you'll ever see. Step right up and pick a card. It seems you've picked the card of death. Wanna play a hand? Stakes are high, and you may lose your life!
Regarding his second head, I really like the quality of it. His eyes are a creepy gray. Has a zombie type of vibe to it. Again, like I said before, I wish that there was a little bit of wet on his mouth. But other than that, I think his makeup is really good and I love the sculpt. Absolutely love his shoes with the spades on them. His whole outfit with the hearts and spades motif is very like Vegas-y card player type of vibe. I really love how it looks. His hands are sculpted well and fit very natural with the cards. I love that they actually chose to use cards made out of cardstock. It gives them a natural bend and a high gloss that you would see from a real deck of cards. I am totally okay with his hands being blank, as it does have that classic glove look. His original face is very mischievous, huge clown nose. He has a smile on him that seems innocent, but also like he has something up his sleeve. I really love the look of it. His hat and hair are a really good color together. They're both different types of red, but just really look natural. His eyes are this weird, clear plastic that make it look pretty realistic. And I love that they gave him a double chin. Scoot over, bitch. Now to talk about his cons, and there are a lot. He's extremely hard to put together. I own a lot of props, like maybe 40, 45, somewhere around there. He has got to be one of the biggest pains in my ass. I've heard of people who've had problems with his spring mechanism. I had an issue when I first put him together. If you tighten up his clothes to match the Velcro as it should be, it actually gets too tight for the head to pop all the way up. And I've heard from some people that he may in the future have some issues with his spring if he is stored like this. As the spring is compacted, it will cause the spring to stay smaller. Now I've also heard from some other people that you should store them that way, because if it's smaller, it'll spring up harder. Who freaking knows? The way you attach his control box is really weird. You hang it on a hook and wrap some elastic around, and for something that's violently jumping, it doesn't seem like it's really gonna stay. I've heard people talk about this manufacturer as if it's like higher quality than SBI, and his scare may be different than anything SBI has been able to do, but I kind of feel like he's fragile. I feel like sooner or later his head is gonna stop popping up. I worry about all the little rubber bands and screws you have to use to put him together. It seems like having the consumer do certain pieces just amplifies the possibility of something going wrong. Overall, I really like the guy. Now, do I like him as much as Giggles? Do I like him as much as Harriet Hustle? She was a pain in the ass to put together too. I'm not sure. I really want to see how he plays out on Halloween night. I do like that there are two pieces to this scare. There is a Harriet Hustle and a Henry Hustle. That to me just really is exciting to have something that is completely different, a two-parter if you will, and to me owning both of them was an absolute must. Now he was a pain in the ass to get. I had ordered him back in July from Spirit,
And I had heard rumors once Spirit opened that he was in stores. But I knew, pre-ordering the prop, he would most likely be sent to me before sent to the store to allow somebody who really didn't give two shits about it to pre-order in the first place an opportunity to purchase him. But unfortunately, Spirit Halloween, I was wrong. And this is where I'm gonna kind of go on a very, very small tangent. If I'm a die-hard customer to the point that I am willing to pre-order and prepay for a prop I've never even seen, once they are available, I would expect those to go to that type of customer. As opposed to shipping it to a store where they're only getting two anyway, and one of them is the demo that they're not gonna sell until after Halloween. So essentially you're promoting something that they're really not gonna be able to get a second of, or at least according to the people at Spirit, and then they only get one in the store if they get one to sell to a customer that probably should have pre-ordered it anyway. 2021 for Spirit Halloween has been a clusterfuck. So in the future, Spirit, please, please consider your die-hard fans to be the most important. Now you guys let me know what you think about him in the comments below. Do you feel like his head springs up fast enough? Do you feel like 3 sayings is really enough? Do you like the concept of 2 heads? Or if you do, would you rather see like 2 scoops where it's 2 heads at the same time? In like a Siamese twin, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say Siamese twin anymore. In like a conjoined twin type of way. Me personally, I am really happy with Henry. I've been looking forward to him since the beginning of this season, and I am glad that he is here at the Psychotic Circus of Savannah. Now please make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. In the comments below, let me know what you think about him. Do you like that his mouth doesn't move at all? And he's not really like the latex type of face that we've seen in the years past sold by Spirit? And how do you think he stacks up against Giggles the Clown? Is he better? Is he worse? Is he about the same level? Let me know. With that being said, happy haunts.